Hello, Tiramisu Labradoodle puppy families. We're here with your week 1 litter update for your little puppies. These Australian Labradoodles are doing just fantastic. In today's video, we're going to give you an update on each of the puppies, tell you what their current weight is, whether they've reached that all-important first milestone of doubling their weight yet. We're going to let you know how Mama Labradoodle Joya is doing. And we're also going to talk a little bit about naming your puppy and getting ready to welcome your new puppy home. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and this litter of Australian Labradoodle puppies is one of the quietest that we've had. Mama Joya is just doing a spectacular job. I can't say enough about what an exceptionally wonderful mama dog she is. The only thing that causes us a little bit of trouble with Mama Labradoodle Joya is her level of protection over her puppies. So last week we told you we had to separate Anise and Joya because Joya would not tolerate having anyone near her puppies. So this week what we've done is we've run into a few issues with Joya when she goes out to go to the bathroom and have time out and away from the puppies and time to spend hanging out with us. Now Joya is a first-time mom, so she's quite dedicated. Girls tend to be a little less focused on their puppies by their second and third litter, but on their first litter they're really dedicated, and Joya is an excellent example of that. However, her dedication goes to the point where she will fight pretty much anyone who is anywhere near her puppies. And so when she goes outside to go to the bathroom, she comes outside of the doors here. It's about maybe 10 steps to our front door, and then she is in a private courtyard for going to the bathroom. However, our dogs who live with us are also in that general area. Now, we know she doesn't like Anise. Anise is a black phantom. Raven is here staying with us. Raven is due later this month. Her mom is away in Europe, so she's been staying with us. Raven is also a black phantom. So Joya just hates her. Apparently Joya needs to go for some kind of sensitivity training because she seems to have a complete dislike of black phantoms. The other dogs, not so much. She doesn't bother them too much. She will growl and stand in front of the door, but when it comes to Raven, she will go on the actual attack. So we have to do quite a bit of logistical planning. So when Joya needs to go out, then Raven needs to be somewhere where she's put away and safe from Joya. We did have to rescue Raven from Joya, or I did just the other day. And it was really interesting because Ripple lives with us, and Ripple is Raven's grandma. And Ripple immediately went in to protect Raven. Ripple put herself in between Joya and Raven and was prepared to fight Joya to protect her granddaughter. Usually this doesn't happen. Dogs don't have quite the same concept as familial relationships as we do. But anyways, it was all fine. Nobody was hurt. Everything was handled. It was upsetting at the time. It was frightening for everybody. I happened to be here by myself at the time. So it was quite a challenge to get it all under control. And poor Joya was upset that she'd done something that had upset me. And of course, it's just an instinctive behavior, so it's not something we would ever reprimand her for. You can see she's sitting here, she's giving me all this beautiful direct eye contact. She is a very loyal girl. She has a very strong bond with people, and so it is important to her that she doesn't feel ever that I am unhappy with her. She's a good girl, yes. I believe her guardian is going to come and visit her tomorrow, and I know that will make her very excited so that she's able to show her beautiful family off. Now, how about if I just move you over a bit so everyone can see her puppies, because that's who they came to see, yeah. So the kids are all doing really well. This is, as I said, quite a quiet litter. We don't hear them talk much unless Joya is out of the whelping area. Then we will hear them make some comments. You can hear them right now making a couple of little squeaks, going like, well, hey, where's the milk bar? So since it seems like they might be wanting to nurse, I think what we'll do is we'll just go through each puppy and give you an update on their week 1 weights. And we'll do that in birth order. So the first puppy in this litter is Red Collar Girl. Hello, sweet girl. And of course we have all chocolates in this litter. A couple of them have little tiny smidges of white here and there. And you can see there's Joya, completely devoted to her puppy still. Very concerned that I'm picking her up, wanting to wash her, make sure I'm not going to do anything wrong. And we are doing early neurological stimulation with the puppies, which is a series of exercises that are very short, and they're designed to put a slight stress on the puppy, something that wouldn't normally happen. And the idea behind that is that helps prepare them for the future, where they are much more open and much more capable of accepting new situations. So it's just something that wouldn't normally happen, where you take the puppy and you just put them like this with their head down, and that's all you do, and that would be it for the day. So little Red Collar Girl, she has doubled her birth weight. She is now 518 grams, just doing beautifully. Yes, so I'm going to put her down with Joya, and maybe that will distract Joya enough that we can see the other ones without quite such a degree of washing going on. Next we have Orange Collar. Orange Collar is also chocolate. You can hear a few squeaks. Yeah, go and talk. Yep, a little bit of talks. And the other thing we do for early neurological stimulation is we put them on their backs. We just put them over for a second. Joya, can we show? We just hold them like this for a second. We don't want them to be miserable or uncomfortable. That's not the idea. That's the exact opposite of what we're trying to do. And Orange Collar also has doubled his birth weight, and he is 614 grams. And sorry, I'm busy calling you a boy. Orange Collar is a girl. So is Red Collar. So that's Orange Collar. Next we have Blue Collar, who's right over here, snuggling up next to me because they can't find Mummy right now, so he figures that I'm the next best thing. Hey, Blue. There we go, Blue. Now, Blue Collar, you can see a few more curls developing on him. Really pretty. You can see the waves there rippling through his coat. Even on the back, you can see those waves starting to appear. So he'll have a little bit more curl, a little bit more like Joya does. Dakota has a fairly straight coat, whereas Joya does have some curls in her coat. And Mr. Blue, who is, oh no, he's not, sorry. He's 558 grams, and he has doubled his birth weight. There we go. Oh, of course, you sit in front of the puppies that I need. Yeah, let's trade. Let's trade. You have the ones that I've already done, and I'll take the ones that I haven't talked about yet. Okay, then they won't get mad at me when I take them away. Yeah. Oh, there's Orange. Orange can stay. Okay, Red, you can go over here too. There we go. There. Always a mad dash. Next we have Green Collar. Green Collar is 630 grams, and that makes him the biggest puppy in the group. And he's got that little flash of white on his chest there. This is also the quietest puppy, and I figure he's probably the quietest because he's the most full. And there we go. Now we'll show you what it's like. When they go upside down, you see we want them just to relax, just to melt into my arms and feel completely at ease. Look at that nice, shiny, gleaming coat. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that's our Green Collar boy. Then we have Purple Collar Girl. Purple Collar Girl is our smallest puppy in the litter. Come here, beautiful. She is 419 grams. She's just a couple of grams short of doubling her birth weight. Now, because it's so close to the doubling, it's quite possible it's just because at the time that I weighed them, she hadn't had her turn at the milk bar. Whereas if I'd weighed her maybe 2 hours later in the day, she would have made that double her birth weight record. So I'm not fussed about it. I'm not concerned about it. I'm not worried that she's not doing well. And if you take a look at her, we'll see her upside down here. You can see her tummy is nice and full, or his, sorry. I keep calling Purple a girl. Purple is a boy. Sorry, buddy. I got you mixed up. George is a boy. Purple is usually a girl. That's why I was confused with the collar color there. Then we've got Pink Collar is our last puppy. Pink is over here. Pink is our only one. who is this party, which was statistically not supposed to happen, but there is an allele that's called a hidden party gene, and obviously that's something that Joya has, because otherwise we wouldn't have a party. So we have this nice, beautiful surprise, our last born girl, and this one is a girl. She's a chocolate and white, and she's 472 grams. And she too is just a couple of grams short of doubling her birth weight, but just like purple collar boy, no issue there. She's a nice, small, little compact girl, really pretty. One of my favorite things is this little smudge of brown on her foot there. And then, as we mentioned, when she was born, she has this really interesting little spot here, which is a totally different color from her dark chocolate spot. So lots of fun little things there with her. There we go. Now everybody's going to be a little bit happier that they've got mom. And we'll see if we can get Joya to stop washing everybody for a minute. I'll just see if she'll allow me to maybe put my leg in the middle there so you can see them a bit more. Don't want to make her mad at me. There, just kind of encourage her. There, that's what we want to see. Sometimes you have to be a little bit innovative when you do these encouraging things for the puppies or the moms to get things to work out a little bit better. Now you can see all those happy faces at the milk bar hanging on there. You can see Orange has got purple underneath him. They're trying really hard to hang on. And Purple is missing one right here. We've got a spot at the milk bar, and he's just not seeing it right now. So with 6 of them, there we go. There we go. Now you're going to find it. And there we go. We'll just help you locate it there. You got it? There's a good puppy. There. It's probably you're just all upset because I called you a girl. Yeah. You get it? You see sometimes how it takes quite a while for them to figure out how to get on, how to latch. And sometimes you really wonder how on earth they ever manage if they don't have people around to help them. There we go. Now I've got them latched on, and then I'll just try to encourage Joya again, maybe not to clean his bum up right now so you can watch them all. There we go. Thanks, Joya. Thank you. I'm sorry to interfere in your motherly duties. So with 6 of them, they do have to work to find their spot at the milk bar, and they will come off just as Orange did. And generally speaking, we don't do this. If I'm in here with them and they're nursing, then I will help them like that. And I'm in here quite often during the day with them, but otherwise usually we just let them work it all out. No, so this is part of why we weigh them all the time. So I have a really nice little app that I use. This is what I'm telling you about when I'm using their weights. This is where I get the info from. And so you enter the weight each day, and it tells you the percentage that they gained. So for instance, for their 1 week day, the smallest gain was purple collar, and that was a 7% gain. And the biggest gain was blue collar boy, and he gained 16%. So quite a little bit of a range there, more than double for blue than purple. So we just keep an eye on those trends, and we make sure that everybody is doing all right. If we see a puppy really falling behind to the point where we're actually worried about it, then we will come in and we'll put that puppy on and hold that puppy on to make sure that they are getting their fair share. Now you see purple collar boy is working away here on this top nipple. There's nowhere near as much milk here as there is towards the back. So what will happen is later today when I come in, we'll switch him off and I'll make sure that he gets to be on one of the back ones there, just to make sure everyone's weight gain is staying right around where it should be. Now let's talk about something fun. What are you thinking as a name for your puppy? I'm sure you've probably already got some ideas swirling around in your head. I'm sure you're getting together as a family and you probably got a list and probably going, oh, we're never going to agree on a name. Or maybe you've got one that you've had forever and you know what it is already. But when you are thinking of a name, a few things to keep in mind. First of all, try to keep the name so it's multi-syllables. That way you can shorten it really easy. So with Joya, for instance, we can call her Joe, we can call her Joy. And that way when you're going, oh, hey, Jojo, come on, hey, Joy, come on, what you talking about? See, she knows already. Whereas when you need her attention and you go, Joya, and say her whole name and see, instantly she's like, what? Wait, what did I do? Nothing, you're a good girl. Just saying your name. But those are really important things, and it really does help when you need to get your dog's attention if you do have a name that they can easily identify with. And make sure it's unique. So Joya is not that common of a name. When I call Joya, there's not going to be 5 other dogs that are running towards me because they're all called Joya. So it'll take some time and research what are current popular names. I can tell you a few: Bailey, Sadie, Gracie, Lucy. It's okay, nobody's there. She's hearing a niece bark, and so she's getting to be all on guard here, feeling like she has to go out and protect her babies. Okay, all right, you go see. You go see. See, they're all mad at you now. They're going to cry. This is just part of how protective that she is of everybody. I'll just put them back over there. So just something that is, your dog is able to easily identify that that's them that you're calling, that you're not calling 5 other dogs. They can easily recognize it as their name, and they can respond to you readily. Now, the other thing we want to be thinking about is getting your house ready. Lots of decisions to be made there. Is the dog going to be allowed on the furniture or never on the furniture? Is there going to be a certain room the dog is never permitted in? I quilt, and so I have a quilting area, and of course there's pins, there's seam rippers, there's needles, there's all sorts of thread everywhere, material, there's things everywhere that I don't want puppies getting into and getting into trouble with. So that area is blocked off to puppies at all times. So decisions like that, what door they're going to use to go out with. Can you just give me a paper towel, please, Reynolds? One of the puppies just had a poop, and because I was kind of hanging on to Joya there, Joya didn't get it and didn't clean it up. So we just don't want to have that on there. We don't want any puppies getting in that. There you go. I did your job for you. You're welcome. All sorts of things to take into consideration. For all of our families on this list, you will receive a video that is specifically talking about all of these things, so you can start to think it all through and start to make some plans. Because even though it seems like, oh, it's a long ways off before my puppy comes home, you'll be surprised at how quickly the time flies by. So that's our video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have a second, if you could comment on our video, that sure helps us out. Plus, I really love to talk to all of you about Labradoodles. You don't have to be on the list to make a comment, and feel free to ask any questions you might have about Labradoodles or anything related to puppies and puppy rearing. I love to share everything that I know, and I often learn lots of new things. We hope you're subscribed, and you can give us a thumbs up as well. All those things are deeply appreciated. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all again next week when we do our week 2 update, and maybe we'll have some open eyes to look at.